Good morning. Well, good afternoon, everyone. Happy Monday, August 31st, last day of August, 2020. Amazing. We have a full moon coming on between tomorrow and Wednesday, late tomorrow and Wednesday. So that's good. It's a full moon in Pisces, and this full moon will amplify our intuition. And there's nothing better than an amplification of our intuition. So just be aware of that. It's already happening. I woke up this morning and was like, whoa, I'm in it. I'm already in it. I really can feel that full moon energy. And so, yeah, so pay attention to your dreams, to your musings, what you're thinking about in your downtime. There is like a deep awakening kind of energy to this full moon. And so, we're being called, as usual, to up level and really be in our own truth and, to be true to, like, have our actions be true to our truth. And rather than getting defensive about stuff. And wow, right now, isn't that such an amazing practice, is to really stand in your own truth, be in your own truth, and not allow the outside in that way is really hard right now. There's so much that's there's so much pulling us, right, and helping us to feel like we're less than, and we're not. This is your reminder. Hey, Trish, we are not less than. We are ourselves. We are perfect, just the way we are. So, time to take responsibility for ourselves, for our actions, for our truth. That's the big thing right now. And we can feel that in our own intuition. We can feel it, we can feel that in our bodies if we open to that. And that's why this full moon, which already has us feeling a little more tender and open, we're gonna feel that even more. So, it also, this is also a great time to let go of expectations, let go of these old ideas that we had of ourselves or of our lives, what things were going to look like. We are getting completely reset, as we know. This is a huge reset, or really a transformation. We're not resetting to something that we used to be. We are completely transforming into a new plane and a new way. And so, welcome the person that you are right now today and who you are becoming for this future amazing time here on the planet. September is a month of integration, integrating what we learned and felt during the summer. And yay, Trish! And also, there's going to be some pivotal changes over our planet. 7 different planets will be in retrograde this month of September. So just be aware of that in terms of if you're feeling a little slow about things. We also are in this, like I said, this ascension type of shift, this transformation, and we're all feeling it. And especially the 1st through the 5th, I guess, is also kind of a time when we're going to be feeling it. So the full moon energy, and then there's some other planetary things going on that so affect me. Hey, Melinda, so good to see you. Oh my goodness. So our oils of the week are Whisper, which has not come in a very long time. Doterra Whisper. It's a blend of femininity. So it is, oh my God, it smells so good. It's a mix of like patchouli and bergamot jasmine and sandalwood, rose, let's see, cinnamon, vetiver, ylang ylang, like really powerful. And it really helps us to soften the masculine, soften all of this aggression, you know, and be more in a softened place. Like imagine sitting back on the couch, right? Instead of being constantly in this state of, right? But what would it feel like and look like and be like if we were a little softer? And when we soften, we actually, and this is for males and females, we all have the divine masculine, the divine feminine in us, and we all really need help in integrating these two amazingly powerful energies that we all have inside of us. So whisper helps to, this oil will really help to soften this and helps us to get in touch with the divine feminine. So, oh my God, that is so funny, Michelle. That's amazing. I love it. We're all on the same frequency. It's so good. So whisper. Now we have a second oil this week, which again is different. And it's Aromatouch, which is one that I like have in my car, along with Adaptive. And I use it all the time. So it's the oil of relaxation. It calms our body and releases physical tension. So again, imagine that the more kind of masculine way has more rigidness to it. Hey, Deb. Hi. Hey, Sally. Oh my God, that's so funny that you put on Whisper too. So I did not put on Whisper until I was told by Spirit, but yep, then I've been putting it on too. That's so interesting. So I'm enjoying having the Aromatouch on top of the Whisper and using them both together. Both of these are, like I said, Doterra blends. So good. Whisper and Aromatouch. So this is calming, and it also opens the heart to flexibility, and it also softens the heart. So it helps to, again, be in this softer place. And during this full moon, I think being in a softer place, it's easier to release things that are no longer serving us. It's easier to receive when we are in a place of softness. And it's also easier for us to really be comforted by all of this grief and sorrow that's happening around us, everything that's going on in this outside world that we're a part of, that we've chosen to be a part of, right? You know, we all chose to incarnate at this time on the planet, and here we are, and yeah, and here we are. Like, this is it. This is our time to really do our best. So the Aromatouch has cypress and peppermint and basil and marjoram in it. It's grapefruit and lavender. It's really good. So, okay, on to our cards. So so the question that came in to be answered by our inquiry cards was, how can I embody all of these energies, these full moon energies, and and the embracing of the intuition, embracing of the taking responsibility. How can I embody all of these? And the card that came up is, what can I simplify? So, isn't that perfect? Yeah, what can I simplify? I love that. You know, what things this week can you, put aside that are not as important, and possibly not important at all, but you're just our busy work. You know, how can we be more present in our life, and then moving through these into this transformation and ascension will be much easier, is easier when we're simplifying things, when we're not creating more things to do, action. So Simplify. Think about simplifying. Okay. Next card up is conception. No, I'm not pregnant. Good try, you monkeys. No. Conception is all about remembering the infinite potential and possibilities that we all have and that we can all manifest with intention and focus and awareness. So we're really at a time of conception. We're at the beginning in some ways, right? As we are transforming and our energies are ascending and this planet's energies are ascending. So we're really at the beginning in some ways of a new way to be. And so how can we all do that already? How can we already be in this soft place where we are embodying the divine masculine, the divine feminine? So we are more whole, and we're taking responsibility for ourselves. We all want to be whole. We all want to be happy. We all came here to help bring the light to this planet and this place. So yeah, how can we do that even more right now, in a place of like conception, like beginnings? I don't know. Let's see. Okay, next card up is from Rebecca Campbell's Star Keeper. So same kind of theme, right? As star seeds and light workers, we are here to help this long-awaited shift on Earth. And, you know, we're moving into this higher love and light. Again, we've been talking about that. And the more grounded that we can be and remain, the more we can ground this new energy into Mother Earth and into ourselves, the easier this all will be and the more helpful we can be to all the others who are trying to figure this out. So, you know, how do we become more grounded? Yes, I know, Trish, I love it too. How can we be more grounded? You know, by eating whole foods, really trying to eliminate processed foods, which don't have a lot of nutritional value in them. By eating whole foods, that makes a huge difference. Lots and lots of vegetables, fruit, fruit. It's very grounding for us as humans. And meditating. You know, that's a big thing. You know, being in touch, being with yourself and meditating, you know, even if it's just a little bit every day, is just tremendously important for all of us to get more grounded. And then simplifying, like the card, you know, what can I simplify? Like, how can we make things easier and less running around? More being with ourselves, especially during this new moon that's bringing up all of this intuition for us. Yay, Liza, hey! So when we can ground and be in a meditative state, we will receive all kinds of information and help as to our next steps. So love that. Of course, use your oils, right? Like this is a huge part of grounding ourselves, is using our oils. And the Whisper, you know, which is our oil obviously of this week, this is truly very, very grounding. So the feminine brings in the divine feminine, but it is very grounding. Patchouli is very grounding. You know, frankincense, sandalwood, you know, these are very grounding. Vetiver. So use your oils to be in that state of grounding and calm. Okay, next card up is healing, which I love. This card signifies that a healing has occurred. Yay! So for any of you who've been kind of wanting a healing of any kind, right, of any sort, who've been asking for a healing, physical, chemical, mental, emotional, this is saying that this healing has occurred. And the best way to really feel this is to affirm, thank you, this healing has occurred and I'm super grateful. And be in a state of gratitude for the energetics of that situation being healed. So when that happens, you know, in divine healing, it comes through the energetics, the spiritual, the mental, emotional, the chemical, the physical, you know. And so sometimes when we have things that have manifested in the physical, you know, it feels like it's taking a long time for it to shift and change. We really need to change it in the energetics, and it will continue to filter down. And so if we keep affirming, hey, I'm healed, I'm so good, I'm so grateful to have had this healing, you know, it brings us into the energy of our new selves. So enjoy that. Okay, and our final card of the week is Michelle Blanchett's card. She's on today. Thank you, Michelle, for creating these. Absolutely amazing. I love this deck. But you know what's funny? Like, I definitely will pull a card and be like, oh, what does this mean? And I really have to sit with it, you know. I really have to sit with it. Oh, you mean I have to simplify and calm down and chill out a little bit? Yeah, just a little. So our card of this week is Trickster and Sage. So the two things that came up for me is, are we being tricked? Like outside world in, right? Are we being tricked? And then what does sage advice feel like and look like? And so those were the two things that just popped into my head, into my intuition. And so are we being tricked? You know, and I have felt that. I have felt that from the very, very beginning of all of this stuff that's been happening. And how do we, I know, Liza. So, you know, so yeah, so it's an interesting thing to ponder. Like, you know, are we being tricked? Okay. And then what is sage advice? And ultimately it keeps getting back to what, you know, are we really truly feeling, you know? Instead of, again, staying in this outside world, what is your inner world telling you? And what feels right in your inner world? And that's, you know, what I think every single one of my sessions, every single one of my readings always comes back to. And because it's such a practice to be in that place. It's such a practice to keep meditating and coming back to yourself, back to yourself, back to yourself. So thank you, Liza. Thank you. So yeah, so that is this week. Enjoy your full moon. Enjoy your simplification. What can you cut out? Enjoy using Aromatouch and enjoy using Whisper, whether you're male or female. Enjoy using these oils and have a beautiful week and happy September. Happy September. I last week I started also to feel those first shifts into fall and all that brings with it. So even in Florida, I could feel it. So anyway, I hope all of you have a beautiful week, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Namaste.